I'm Michelle Ryder, editor of PrintIT Reseller. Joining me today is Philippe du Fou and Noel O'Dwyer from Intermedia Cloud Communications. Welcome, Philippe and Noel. Thank you both for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Michelle.
So, Philippe, let's begin. Intermedia is a brand, a name that perhaps isn't as well known within the print and IT space. You provide unified communications and collaboration solutions, or UCaaS as it's more commonly referred to. So perhaps begin by telling us a little bit about the company and actually the products on offer.
Sure. So before I cover what the company is about, I just want to explain what Unified Communications and Service stands for, UCaaS stands for. So it's about the ability to communicate with whatever device you have. So it could be like a physical phone, like an IP phone, a DECT phone, maybe using a soft phone on your laptop, for example. It could be using a mobile phone, or even using a web browser to communicate. Make calls, receive calls, of course, but also maybe using instant messaging. So you can do like a one-to-one chat. Let's say you're busy on the phone, you can do chat, you can do team chat, all in real time. You can do things like video collaboration like we're doing today, file sharing, lots of other things, all combined into a single solution. So it makes it much easier for employees to communicate between each other, but also with the customers. Because obviously if they communicate better, then the customer experience is enhanced. And that gives you the ability really to work from wherever. So it doesn't matter if you're working from home, working from a company location, working from customer locations. Yeah, you can be reachable and helping your customers.
So that's really interesting. So tell me a little bit more about Intermedia, the company.
Of course. So you might not be familiar with Intermedia, but we've been in business for many years and over 20 years in the UK market, mostly with business email, like the largest exchange provider outside of Microsoft. We started about the UCaaS or Unified Communications so many years ago. And we've got about 1,400 employees worldwide, obviously presence in the UK, in the US, Canada, Australia, Eastern Europe, many places. We've got data centers globally, so we make sure that we have a data center close to our customers for better reliability. And what is interesting is that 40% of our staff is in R&D, so we can actually create the product. We own our own product. We can make the product better, and that's what stands out from other providers.
What's the market opportunity?
So if you look at different analysts, they expect there's about approximately 450 telephony business users worldwide. We think there's about 20 million of those that have moved to the cloud, moved to unified comms as a service. So if you do the maths, it's roughly about 5%, maybe less than 5%, that actually move to the cloud. So there's a huge market potential because obviously that need is infant. So with the pandemic, more people have started to use a hosted service, but we see that getting even faster traction if you want, because as PSTN is being switched off. You might have heard about BT, for example, switching off the PSTN access by January 2027. It means that companies need to be able to move to the cloud and move to a new SIP provider, not just to return the business, to return the numbers, but mostly to be able to work and better and benefit from that digital transformation that we're seeing.
So Noel, moving on to the print channel or to office technology providers, why should these guys be looking to add UCaaS to their offering?
Thank you, Michelle. So my role at Intermedia, Michelle, is to build a brand recognition for Intermedia in the office equipment dealer channel. And in that role, I attend a number of Copier Dealer Association events throughout the year. And what we're seeing, and I think you're seeing it obviously in the UK as well, is these organizations are evolving from being copier dealers that they were traditionally probably pigeonholed as, to more office technology dealers. And so when you think about it, what is the most fundamental element in any office workspace? It's the phone system. Some people need copiers, but every employee needs a phone and a means to communicate. And they need to communicate in a wide range, as Philippe has touched on there. It's not just phone systems anymore. It's email, it's chat. They need to be able to share files. So UCaaS provides for all of this. So this is a natural and offers a very natural evolution for the office technology dealers into a new marketplace in a massively growing market. As Philippe again had mentioned earlier on, this is a phenomenally growing market that's driven by two major market trends: the transition to the cloud and the evolving hybrid workspace. It is estimated that that market opportunity is approximately $80 billion and growing at approximately 30% per year.
So UCaaS, Philippe, is delivered as a SaaS model. How easy is it to onboard a customer? Does it require a reseller to invest in infrastructure or upskill in any way, for example?
That's the good question. So first of all, before we onboard a customer, they need to capture customers, right? Get them right. So what we provide to our partners is the marketing tools, obviously the sales and training certifications, which provide free of charge, so make it very easy for them, so they know upfront costs. And then so we give them a quoting tool as well. So it's very easy in that sense. They can quote the customer with a simple mix and match licensing that we have, and then the customer is happy with it. They can click on that quote and turn into a real account in just a few minutes, and then the account is ready to make some phone calls. In terms of investment, all the technology is hosted by us in our data centers worldwide. So the partner doesn't have to invest into the servers, into the patch security and all that. That's something that we do ourselves, and we make available simply as a per user per month. So that gives them actually their recurring revenue that typically partners are after.
So what can a potential new partner expect from you in terms of support?
So as I mentioned, we've got the sales and marketing tools. We obviously provide the training online, both sales and technical training. It's all online. It's all free of charge. We obviously offer them support in terms of demos. We can help them with large tenders to help them win the business. Once they won the business, then in terms of the quoting and the provisioning is very simple, because everything is done through our single partner portal. So they can do the quoting, do the provisioning, even getting all the getting numbers or porting numbers into our platform. All of that is through a single pane of glass. And when the customer is up and running, you can also do something like called quality of service monitoring. So it's very, to see how good the voice quality is. So let's say if the customer has an issue on their Wi-Fi, it will send an alert either by email or SMS to the partner. So before even the customer tells the partner there's an issue, the partner already knows about it and hopefully can resolve it all remotely. So we try to make it as easy for them as possible. And all that is backed up by 24/7 support through our support team. Yeah.
And then Noel, Philippe's touched on what a reseller can expect by partnering with Intermedia and the support that's available and the ease, I think particularly the ease of adoption, the ease of rollout. What should an office technology provider look for in terms of a UCaaS vendor?
Well, Michelle, Intermedia has over 250 current office equipment dealer partners in the US. And as we meet with them, there's two actual key factors that have been key to their decision. Top line monthly recurring revenue and customer ownership.
And that presumably that same attraction will translate into the UK market, which is naturally where you're looking to expand and grow your presence.
Yeah, we certainly expect to see that. And, we've already have engagement with dealers in the UK, and it's a similar response that we get from them. And in particular, the customer ownership. As you know from your experience and in the office equipment dealer channel, it's always been a challenge, a constant challenge with lease agreements, etc., where you're constantly fighting for your business. By having another solution to come in, this gives you an opportunity to effectively have a broader presence within your current customer install base. In addition to that, it also gives you the opportunity to have a conversation with some of the business that you may have lost already to a competitor. So you go in with a UCaaS solution and your customer is now engaged with you, so that when it comes to the conversation, when that lease agreement comes up for renewal, you now have a seat at the table.
So that's interesting. So perhaps in instances where there's been competitive tenders for print provision and they've perhaps not won that business, I think you're actually giving them another opportunity to go in to start a different conversation. That then works. That could potentially then translate into them re-winning the print business when that's up for renewal.
Exactly. And in addition to that, we offer them the opportunity to have one invoice. So you have one invoice for your phone system or your UCaaS system, and one invoice for your copier and printers. Or when I say one invoice in total for that, for both solutions.
And obviously, from a partner point of view, the more services we offer to the customer, the more sticky they are with that customer, right? So then it gets harder for them to move to different providers, because they own the phone numbers, they own the solutions, the common solutions, obviously the print element of it as well. So it's all that one-stop shop that customers want, and also make it more sticky and for that partner as well to retain that customer.
Anything else that you'd like to add, Noel?
Yes. So, again, in my conversations with dealers, while the Intermedia's UCaaS solution as a technology is a phenomenal technology, I personally believe that our biggest differentiator in the marketplace is our partner program and the infrastructure that we provide to our partners for them to be successful in making this evolution into a new marketplace. We have a partner program that allows for them. It's very, very scalable and very flexible, that meets the needs of their organization. I actually joke to some of our partners that we spoil them. We have an onboarding process that makes sure that all elements of the business are taken care of. So from a training point of view, a sales training point of view, a technical training, even putting together sales plans and working with partners to put together sales plans to help them to start to grow their business from the very start. We also engage from a marketing point of view. We have a very, very effective partner portal that has access to all the assets and marketing assets that allows a partner to go out and promote this new solution to not just their current install base, which is very important, but also to the market in general.
And you're looking, or you have replicated that same model in the UK. That's currently live and running.
That's correct. Yeah, we already have a couple of managed print partners that chose our solutions. They're really happy with it. Obviously, we're growing in the UK. We want to replicate that the success that we've had in the US. And we're looking for more partners to come on board, and we'll have them on that journey. If they're already familiar with UCaaS, then it'll be an easy product to pick up, because we make it easy for them. Our motto is we work for you, right? And if they're new to them, then we can help them. And our product is very simple, very intuitive to use. That makes it easier for partners to support, because if it's easy to use, then they have less support queries. The user interface is nice and clean. And it's something else that they can add to their portfolio and resell alongside print.
Noel, Philippe, thank you so much. You've certainly given me a lot of food for thought and introduced me to a new sector that I've certainly not been familiar with up until now. Before we sort of bring this to a close and wrap up, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Yeah, in fact, thanks for that opportunity. I'd like to leave you with a very important point, and that is, this is unique to Intermedia. We do not require long-term contracts. In fact, we work on a monthly contract. So we're effectively winning your business every month. Should a customer choose not to go with Intermedia, we actually give the beauty of UCaaS, we can actually turn that customer off. But more importantly, the dealer is not responsible for effectively having a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year contract with us. That being said, albeit that we work on a monthly basis, our dealers have the opportunity to sign 1 3 year leases, but are not accountable to Intermedia.
So that's really interesting. So it's almost like elevating the SaaS model, which is the monthly subscription pricing. So I think you're saying to the dealers, you can just roll this on month by month by month. And if you want to pull the plug, that's fine. But if you want to lock your customers in for a longer period, then again, they can choose to do that. So it's a very flexible offering.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the beauty of a cloud, right? The beauty of a cloud is that you can scale up and scale down the number of license. So typically, if you've got seasonality, let's say some business do very well during like Christmas time or in the summer or during holidays, etc. So you can actually scale up these license, have more employees using our solutions, and then scale it back down on a month-on-month basis. As you know, there's consolidation, so there might be some merger, there might be some business going bankrupt. And effectively, as Noel says, we provide that flexibility that if the customer needs to stop the solutions, that we can do that as well.
Fantastic. Philippe and Noel, thank you both for shedding some light into what the UCaaS solution is and indeed the market opportunity. It's certainly a new area for me, but one that I'm now interested in finding out more. Thank you both, and I look forward to hearing more about Intermedia and your successes over the coming months.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.